Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Jeff Boyle. I am the co-founder and CEO of Bemodo, and I am thrilled to be able to send this video out to all of you who were going to be on our live call tonight as we started to introduce this to some of our early adopters and our founding mall owners. But I live here in Costa Rica, and we had a tropical storm tonight that knocked out our internet. So I appreciate your patience with my tropical storm. And I guess this time of year, every night has a chance of that being. That's why it's so beautiful and green here during the day. But I want to show you guys something that we've been working on and something that's very exciting as we look for these founding mall owners to be able to be the early adopters and really have a say in the products that we continue to put out. And I'm going to show you the how easy it is to be able to make this system work. But as I go through this process, I want to first help people understand what a wonderful opportunity this is. And I'm not saying that lightly because there are some great solutions out there, powerful solutions, but there is a niche that is completely being untaken care of. And I wanted to address that tonight as I help people understand what we've put into this and why it's such a big deal, even for experienced online e-commerce entrepreneurs. There are so many people out there making money, teaching people how to make money. The problem is that it takes, with the solutions that are out there now, it takes a very adept, very skilled type of entrepreneur to be able to make money online. And I'm going to explain some of the solutions that are out there and to be able to help you understand why it is that this is such an exciting opportunity and the ability to really be an early adopter with this program. Anybody that's getting involved with internet or e-commerce needs to understand that there are 7 things that you have to take care of right from the beginning as an e-commerce entrepreneur that you need to ask yourself before you make any kind of investment into an e-commerce store or into a platform. So let's go through that. And I'll first introduce what we have at Bemodo, which is we call our e-commerce model. There's 4 groups of people that have to be taken care of. For this to successfully work, for an e-commerce platform to be able to help new entrepreneurs and to be able to make sure the customer is taken care of, we see them as 4 different people. The purchaser is the customer. This is what fuels this giant e-commerce engine. The millions and millions of people that are causing billions and billions of dollars of sales that are continuing to increase. The purchaser or the customer, and these products are coming from vendors. And vendors are not very well taken care of by big tech right now. They're being squeezed, and their profits are they're having a real difficult time making money. So it's great that we as customers are being taken care of because big tech has really taken care of us as customers. But the vendors are really in trouble in this process. And what I'm going to show you is the new entrepreneur or the person who doesn't have the resources to be able to make these e-commerce platforms successful. I know they're being presented as being easy. They're easy setup and you can make this work, but there's giant industries now dedicated to helping people set up their platforms, helping people become successful with them. If they're so easy, why is there so much money being invested into helping you set up your account? And then that's what we call the mall owner, this experienced e-commerce person that has the ability to teach new store owners how to make money. That's kind of the ecosystem that I want to talk to you about, is that all of these people have to be able to profit without neglecting the customer. So big tech, of course, is taking care of the customer, but they're really squeezing and changing the rules and making it more difficult for vendors and new e-commerce entrepreneurs to do well. Let me explain that process. What we try to solve here at Bemodo is how do we solve for the entrepreneurs to have a low startup and high commissions, but also make sure that the customer's taken care of, the vendor's taken care of, and then also these many different people that have experience marketing that can teach these new entrepreneurs to go out and succeed. So the 3 groups can't be neglected. I have a lot of experience in network marketing. I loved it. It taught me so many different things. But with the advent and these new wonderful access for customers to be able to make money, to be able to save so much money, network marketing has really become in trouble. There's a when you sell products on network marketing, in order to feed that compensation plan, products are oftentimes marked up 6, 10, and 12 times in order to pay those commissions. So that means that a network marketer can start their business at a very low entry. They have a mentor that's helping them, and I love that. The problem is that there are very high prices for customers. So what we had to do for our customers, we had to really try hard to differentiate what made us better and why our products were so much more expensive. The problem was that was becoming more and more difficult to do, and that's why so many network marketing companies are struggling with this new economy. There's drop shipping. Drop shipping is a very low entry. That's getting a site like Shopify and then directly connecting with something like Alibaba, and that way you don't have to have any inventory. That may have worked for a while, maybe 10 years ago, but now customers do not want to wait 45 days for their products to come. So it's not a matter of just setting up a $39 or a $99 or a $299 Shopify or Wix or WooCommerce or anything like that. The problem is that to get it from China to here, you have enormous delays. The last time I tried buying from a site that had that, it took over 2 months. I got some dumbbells, and they only sent me one. And it came thank goodness it was metal, but it came destroyed. And then I wrote back and said, hey, where's the other one? They said, well, you only bought one. The picture had two, but I waited 60 days for it to come, and I was like, forget it. I'm not going to do that. And that is what's happening so much now with drop shipping. But there's two very good, very high-paying solutions out there now that take care of the customers. The problem with Amazon FBA, Shopify, and some of the other ones that are requiring you to purchase products up front and to do all the logistics, I'm going to go through and help you understand that this high entry fee continues to go up. With more and more competition out there, it's becoming more and more difficult for people to compete. This is an example of a gentleman that did really well his first month. This is not my graphic, so the math, by the way, check his math and you're going to see at the bottom he put a 33% profit. No, he lost. So he did really well. He sold $7,200, almost $7,300 with Amazon FBA. But then you start to see the problems. His product cost was $2,600. His Amazon selling fee at 15% is $1,000. Pick pack fee, that's just the shipping that they charge, $1,400. Storage fees to $200. Software and other things to be able to access and find products and integrate with Amazon, $1,300, and then his pay-per-click, over $3,000. That's more than even his product. And I can tell you that this is an older picture. That is now modest. It just is going up and up and up. So he sold $7,200, but he lost almost $2,500. This is becoming the norm. And what I want you to understand is that these now Amazon FBA, the number one company out there is actually someone that Amazon purchased, which is Zappos. These are giant companies that are doing well with Amazon FBA. The smaller groups are finding it more and more difficult. And if you do not have $10,000 to invest to start, and that's not even, it's going to take you a lot longer than, as you can see, the first month this gentleman did pretty well. But you really have to be a savvy business person to be able to make it work. So the number one question you should be asking yourself is, what am I going to sell? The people on Amazon FBA and Shopify who are setting this up, what they're doing is they're going to places like Alibaba. They're finding unique products. They think they're unique, but Alibaba is selling it to a lot of people here. They have to make sure that supplier is reputable. You can even see now online that there's a lot of these Alibaba merchants that are taking the money and not shipping the products. And then if you do find a reputable one, it takes at least 30 days to get that from China. Then you're going to white label it. And so you have at least $5 for one of these gadgets that you're going to sell. So if you buy 500 of those times $5, there's your first $2,500. So what's next? What's your next free cost that you're going to have? The next one that you have to take care of is, where am I going to sell? Well, you can make a site like we said. There's Wix, there's Shopify, there's all these different pages out there. You can get a WooCommerce if you have the expertise to set that up, or you can go Amazon FBA. And I'm going to show you the different continued costs with that. And then you got a Shopify store. These stores can cost anywhere up to $300. Shopify has a new program that's much more limited, that's less expensive than that. But I'm going to be really conservative right here and say $50. So those are some of the options. And I can tell you, Shopify and Amazon are quality opportunities, but you better be prepared for all of the costs involved. So the next one is, how am I going to sell? Well, where's your customer base coming from? You saw in that example that guy had $2,700 of pay per click. So you've got Google ads, Facebook ads, or if you want to be higher in the searches on Amazon, you can pay Amazon their pay per click on there to be listed higher. You've got at least $2,500 at least, and I can tell you that this is continuing to go up. So one of the things that we're really focusing on, and we'll explain that, is how you can be profitable by eliminating so many of these expenses, and not only eliminating them, but how it is that you can, with a very warm market that so many people have access to, how they can start to make access and profits very, very quickly by eliminating so many of these costs. So as I go through this, the next one is, how am I going to fulfill everything? With Amazon, it's fine. You just pay them, right? And they have one of the best delivery systems out there, rivals UPS, but you're going to pay. You saw that there's a warehousing fee. If you do it out of Shopify, you can also pay somebody else to do it, or you can do it out of your garage. But if you do it out of your garage, then you're going to have to buy the boxes, you're going to have to pay the shipping material, you're going to have to get an account with UPS or FedEx, and then you've got still hundreds and thousands of dollars to be able to ship those products out. So this is at least a $1,700 expense here. So the next one, how am I going to collect the money? Shopify says they make it very easy by having a discounted version of going through Stripe. If you use your own account, then they charge you an additional fee to be able to do it. But the reason why that this is so expensive is it goes from the customer to your store, to the payment gateway, to the processor, to the bank, to the merchant. All along the way, somebody's got to take a piece of that. And the problem that you have as a new store owner is you may be able to get a Stripe account, but one of the problems that I had when I first did the Stripe account is that I did almost $200,000 in a week after building up a company. It freaked them out. They actually put a reserve on my account, and they withheld almost $100,000 for a period. These merchants really have to protect themselves, and so you as a new entrepreneur need to be aware that not only are the commissions going to take out part of your profit, but if you start to get chargebacks, so if a customer is unsatisfied, they almost always go with the customer, even if you sent them the product, and then you have a difficult time getting the product back from them. So not only have you lost your product, but you've lost your money, and if you start to get too many chargebacks, you can be wiped out, and you may not be able to get a merchant account, or they put a really high reserve. So even though it may say just a couple percentage points, it is significantly higher than that. So number 6, how am I going to deal with customer service? Well, you can do it yourself, but if you have any kind of service whatsoever, you're going to spend a lot of time doing that. So you have what happens if you're going to pay for the returns? Who's going to take that into to send it back? There's so many different customer service issues with it. If you do it yourself, of course, if you do it through Amazon, they handle a lot of that for you. If you do it yourself, you're probably going to need to hire somebody outside of the country, so it's more affordable. But you still have about, if you have any kind of volume at all, at least $1,000 a month for that. And the next one with it is, how long do you have before you make a positive cash flow? This is a biggie. You remember this gentleman that lost all this money, and I'll go back to that. Look, it's not a matter of just selling $7,200, and it's not even just a matter of losing $3,300 in your first month. How long is it going to take for you to catch up? And then when you go through all of your product, you're going to have to order product again. The reality of it is they're saying that on FBA, that the people who invest $10,000 or more, they have at least 6 years and sometimes, or 6 months up to 2 years to show a profit. So who's making money with the Amazon FBA? There are people doing well with it, but there is also becoming far more competition, and it is you're paying far more advertising to be able to get listed high. And with Shopify, you are doing a lot of this yourself. So even though these are quality programs, if you are not aware of how much money you have to put into it and how these programs are made more for the bigger companies or the even some of the out of country entrepreneurs on there, I think you'll have a rude awakening for it. So now this picture should make more sense to you. A huge product cost, selling fees, shipping fees, storage fees, the software design that is to be able to connect into it and to find the different products. And there's all kinds of search algorithms that tell you what's popular. But guess what? There's other people using those same programs. And then this huge advertising cost that's only gone up. You're going to lose, I said earlier, $3,000. You're going to lose, this gentleman lost $2,400 in his first month. And this next month, as I said, he lost, I think, $2,100. And the next month, $1,900. It takes a long time to not only stop losing, but to get that money back. So you better be prepared for the long haul to be able to make it work. That's where Bemodo comes in. We wanted to solve that solution, take care of the customer with good prices, take care of that store owner instead of having to do some of these very expensive options that we were just going through. How can we make it similar to network marketing with a low barrier of entry, but not neglect the customer in the process? And this is why we've made this giant investment into this program. And what we're looking for in these initial calls is to be able to find some of these mall owners. They're going to go out, be trained by us, so they can go out and help bring store owners and make commissions from what those stores are bringing in, and also from the different membership fees that they have. And I'm going to explain that more in just a minute. But what we really are trying to help people do, especially these brand new entrepreneurs, is focus on immediate profit. Immediate profit. We're not talking 6 months. We're not talking 2 years. We're talking how do you make money in your first month? And it is very, very possible to be able to do this with the program we put together. At Bemodo, we have already started to select some of the best products for you, and we're going to continue to add thousands and thousands of products until our official launch. And then after that, we're going to continue to add more products. We set up all the systems. We've done all the programming for you. We collect the payments for you. We do the warehousing and the shipping the products with the different vendor partners we have. And we take care of the details, the support, the orders, and we pay the commissions. Some people say, well, I can get a Shopify store for $39. No, you're not just getting that Shopify store for $5 or $39. You're paying for all of these other things that we're talking about. You can say, well, I can build my own on, I can go to WordPress and I can put WooCommerce on there for nothing. Once again, remember, giant product costs, or connect directly to Alibaba and wait 45 to 60 days. What we're doing is we're cutting out 90%, I don't know the exact number, we're cutting out a huge percentage of your costs. And as I explain this to people, this is so novel and this is so interesting to them. It's sometimes I look at them and say, you have to understand how much money you have to put into these other companies. The fact is that if you come in to be a store owner with us, you have low risk, you take care of the customers, we take care of all the other details. All the other details. We highly recommend that our people still help with their customers and don't just rely upon our customer service, because you have the connections with these people. And that's what we train you to do, is to go out and make it work. And I'm going to do a little bit more math with you in just a second to help you understand it. But I want to show you, instead of, we did this case study with Shopify where I went out and I paid an agency, even though I can set it up myself and I have some training like that. I went through what a real novice would do, is I paid an agency to go out and set it up, to do the advertising for me. And what I found, and then I connected it with Alibaba and in China, I found that it took them a week to set it up. Some people may be able to do it a little bit faster. Some people could do it in a day or 2 days, but it took them about a week to set it up. I paid them their $2,000. I paid them I paid for advertising $1,000 of advertising, and I got a whole bunch of people to go to my site. When I say a whole bunch, I had, I think, 200 people go to my site, but nobody bought. And these are the same products that were on some of these other what these coaches recommended. Guys, what we're trying to avoid is having to avoid that $2,000 setup, having to avoid that $1,000 learning curve that you have to go through. And these guys were experts. And I want to show you how easy it is to get set up with Bemodo. All right, so I'll show you first how easy and how fast it is to set up a store. So you can see on the Bemodo store right now, you can always go to the bottom of it and you can click right here, which is join as a store owner or join as a mall owner. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Right now I'm on the store owner page. I'm going to go through and make sure you understand how quickly and how fast it is to get this set up. So here's the video. It started to play without me here. I'll make that bigger and I can walk you through it. We tell you it takes less than 5 minutes, but all you got to do is you enter in your email account, you hit the button, and it sends you here. And it's going to take me longer to describe it sometimes than to actually make it work. You fill in your information. So if you're a fast typer, it's going to take you even less than 2 minutes. You go through and you click this button to be able to choose your package. We highly recommend that you do at least the $99 store because it has better commissions and you're going to be able to customize your page in the process. You pick a store name, and the store name is going to be, for example, with me, it would be such as jeff.bemodo.com. It checks to see if that's taken. You put your password in, and then you fill out your address. You can see that this is very, very simple. It is not a difficult process. As you fill out your information, you just make sure that you agree. You can read those by clicking the hyperlinks, and then you hit sign me up. You wait for it to process, and then you come here to the checkout number. The reason why we did it this way, that way you couldn't see my credit card number as I went through. You just fill out that information on there. As you fill out that information, sometimes we'll do coupon codes or promotions, and we're going to show for our founding mall owners that we've got a coupon code for you to be able to fill out, and I'll give that to you at the end. But once you filled that out, you hit pay now, and boom, in less than 5 minutes, you have your own e-commerce store, whatever the name that you picked. If it is jeff.bemodo.com, you got it. So right here, this is where the training starts, where we've got hot deals that are be coming out to you. We just have some basic information. And this, for example, he chose the name Bemodo Store Owner. And immediately you have the ability to go out and start to share these products in all these different categories with your customers. This is also an extraordinarily simple page, and it's almost, as I go through this, it's almost too easy. So you can go through and you can read what being a mall owner is about. It's as simple as going through and filling out your information, choosing your password, choosing your mall name as you go through, and then filling out your address. You can always click on the mall owner memberships, and you can pay in advance, and you can save some money by paying in advance rather than just month to month, or you can just pay each month. And the reason why it's funny as I watch this process, it is extraordinarily simple. You make sure that you click that you've read the terms. You probably want to read the terms before you go through it. But you own the customers in this in cooperation with us. The other big companies, you don't own the customers, they do. We're going to give our founding mall owners a password. You can see it right there. It's a coupon that's going to save you the setup fee and charge you half the first month. So as he's filling this out on the screen, as we blocked it out, we're doing this because we're looking for the right people to help us choose different product categories. And as we launch here in the coming weeks, we really want some people that have the understanding that they are really helping create their opportunity for the future. As you wait on this, just a second, it comes up and boom, you've got your mall. And now you have the ability in the back office to be able to manage as you get store owners in there to see what your commissions are. It'll have a list of this. Guys, you own, you co-own the rights to your customers' information. And that just doesn't happen with the other companies. You can share right there. You can share your mall. And if you send your mall out, it'll also, you've also got a store on there. And with the store, you have the ability to also sell products to customers. You hit the referrals button, and all you got to do is send it out to a person via email through the different, you can share a referral link to your different social media. And you also have the ability to directly send products and service links to people. And that's it. That's as simple as it is to set up your mall. You can also see here on the pages that we've already started to populate thousands and thousands of products from some of the top categories. For example, beauty. We already have a lot of different products that are starting to come in. And as we add more and more, we've added first the products with higher commissions, and I'll show you what a big deal that is. These are what we call our hero products. They're vendors that understand this process, that instead of paying marketing money, they're putting a lot of money into the commissions for our store owners, while also making sure that they have very high quality and good prices for customers. They ship these directly to your customers, and the shipping is included within the price. So it doesn't matter if it's health, it doesn't matter if it's home products, if it's children's clothing or different products of that nature, or even some really innovative baby carriers that are really reasonably priced. So what we also do with people is we make sure that we have a detailed action plan, because it's not a matter of just being profitable. We want people to make money, right? We want people to be able to make $1,000. $1,000 starts to change a lot for people. And you'll see in the math in here in just a second how much money or how many customers that these guys with Amazon FBA had to have in order to make money. And I'm really proud of this simple system that was developed after us implementing this program for years. Very few people have the ability to put $10,000 into these other systems or wait a couple of years to make it work. Our goal is to help people make not just a profit, but make $1,000 as fast as possible. And so this is what we call our e-commerce success playbook. There's advantages to living out of the country, but there's also some disadvantages, like we saw with the rainstorm tonight. But what we want to help you understand is with this program to get you to $1,000 profit as fast as possible. So to get the customers, you're going to immediately see that we have comparable pricing to the big sites. The small companies win; they're taken care of on this. These vendors that are working with us. Yes, we're going to continue to add more and more name brand products, but these hero products, they're really exciting because they're quality products that have very good commissions and great prices. We're not going to have these name brand products. You look at it, for example, Birkenstock, and a lot of big companies are leaving big tech because they're allowing these cheap Chinese product knockoffs to when person searches for Birkenstock, for example, they can actually come up before the actual Birkenstocks. We're not going to allow these name brand knockoffs on our site. We'll have thousands of products in different niches, and you can see the different niches we're starting to add, everything from pets to children. And the whole goal with this is to be able to make sure that the customer is taken care of, that you're making money, and that the vendor is also able to do well with this. So let me go through quickly what it takes to make $1,000 a month profit with what as being a store owner. The reason I recommend that you have the $99 store, one, you're going to be able to customize your site to be able to, when people come there, that they're going to be able to see the products that you like first, and you have an upgraded gross profit. This is off the charts compared to, it's really off the charts compared to what these other programs have out there. And instead of needing 600 sales a month to be profitable on the big sites, and that's really what you're going to need. You're going to need upwards of 600 sales a month to make $1,000, or to make the commissions as we saw in there. You may have $10,000 of revenue with the different customers, but to make a profit, you're going to need hundreds of customers. With Bemodo, our goal was to completely eliminate all these different things that you had to do except for going out and finding customers, but help you focus on making $1,000 a month with only 10 to 50 customers, and then encourage you to find, we've found all these different products that have these recurring revenue to them that the customers can purchase every single month. So let's see what is required with us to make $1,000 a month. Well, as a store owner with 20 to 50 personal customers on here, there's these gummy vitamins that you can see that you can purchase, and every time you sell one of those to a customer, your commission is $47. This is a doctor created weight loss product. Every time you sell one of those, you'll make $25. So if you can get with these different products and there's a lot of different hero products that we have in there. With some of the products with only 20 customers, you're going to have over $1,000 profit. $1,000 profit with 50 customers, and we're going to explain in the success guide really how simple that can be for the ambitious entrepreneur. You can also make money by promoting our services, for example, as a mall owner. And as I've said, that's really what we're looking for as quickly as we can right now, is to find some of the people who will go out, get the training with us, and then be able to easily share this program. And it is not very difficult to understand what we're doing here. What we're doing is taking away all the barriers of entry so that you can start to make money as a mall owner. Also, a mall owner is what we call it's a person that is a B2B salesperson, somebody that is helping train other e-commerce entrepreneurs to make money. The membership for that is $299 a month, and if you're able to go out and sell this service to mall owners, you get a 45% commission every time you sell one of those, and you get a 5% gross profit on all of their sales. So essentially, you can go out and sign up a mall owner and earn a $136 commission. So how do you make $1,000 a month as a mall owner? You can subscribe 10 other mall owners and you'll make a $1,061 profit. Or you can subscribe 7 mall owners and 8 store owners. And the power is going out and finding store owners, because you're going to get a 5% of the gross profit of those stores. So your job is to go out and teach these people the simple method that we have of developing their customer base and to be able to make a profit with that. All kinds of different scenarios, but the real money long term is not just getting mall owners to come in, but to be able to fill your mall with hundreds and hundreds of stores and teaching those store owners how to make a profit. Guys, with big tech, you really do need about 600 sales a month to be profitable. With Bemodo, you're going to need anywhere from 10 to 50. That 10 comes if you sell the travel service, because it has over $100 commission every time you sell that. And these customers, if you want to be able to make this recurring revenue, we really encourage you to look at some of these great hero products. Guys, there's no commission limits with what we're doing. It is it really relieves the people from all of the problems that they may have as a novice, and even as an experienced e-commerce person. Rather than selling your services to teach people how to do it, why not have an ongoing revenue from the different revenues coming from the stores in your mall? So for our founding mall owners, we're going to waive the setup fee and you get half off your first month. This is the coupon code, and we're only going to do this for a small limited time. So use it. I guess the best way to describe it is use it or lose it. We really are excited about what we're doing. We're excited about this service. We're excited that we have the ability to give people this option to be able to easily get online and to be able to then start to sell and focus, instead of all of these details that are out there, instead of focusing on the details to be able to get your mall up and going and to get your store up and going, to make an investment of tens of thousands of dollars, why not get started in minutes, have your store ready, and to be able to go out and make a difference for your family as quickly as you can. Guys, we are thrilled. We are here to serve as we get this started. We really want to be able to find some of these early adopters to come in before we launch. We have some large partnerships that are going to start to broadcast this out to hundreds of thousands of people, and we are looking for some of these initial people to be able to come in and take advantage of the huge amount of effort we put into this to create these products and to really give you the opportunity to have really eliminate all of these amazing expenses that it takes to get a business up and going. Guys, Bemodo, really, it's the future of e-commerce and the ability for us to help that small entrepreneur that has been taken out of the process. That small entrepreneur that can really start to create an amazing opportunity when they have the tools. That stay-at-home mom who is trying to find an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, who doesn't have $10,000 to put into these other opportunities. That former network marketer that is finding that big tech is making it very difficult to compete. These are the people that we're going to start to serve, and it is an enormous group of people. This gig economy of people looking to make an extra $500 to $1,000, and for the people that have a big vision, the ability to make huge amounts of money the way they can on Shopify and Amazon FBA without the giant risk up front. We're excited for what we're doing. Make sure that you hop on and that you use this coupon code, and we'll see you on the next training.